Welcome back, everybody. This is the Home Live Radio Show. I'm your host, Carl Champley, here with Court Stoskopf. And we are at CES, the world's biggest electronics show here in Las Vegas, Nevada. So that's what all that ruckus is in the background. Court, an amazing show. There's projected 160,000 people to be walking through here.
It feels like 250,000. It really does. It's an amazing turnout, and they're saying it's a record this year.
Yeah.
So it feels like it. It's fantastic.
Who knows? It's the beginning of the year, and let's hope that this does something with our economy. Well, this show, if you just tuned in, this is Everything Home Improvement. We're all about doing things yourself. We run into Chris Malkowski. She's the Vice President, General Manager for Craftsman Tools and our sponsor. Now, we've just been talking about intelligence, and you guys have it when it comes to the garage door. Folks, if you just tuned in, just think about this. You know, you're driving down the street, you could be in a different country, and you're questioning if you left that garage door open. Well, now Craftsman have that technology. That is simple, that's easy, where you've got on your smartphone, your iPhone, you can tell if it's open or closed, and guess what? You can close it from that very device. So I love it. Chris, we were talking previously about this, how simple it is to install. It's do-it-yourself friendly. And it makes sense for the fact that I know a lot of people are thinking, well, do I just wait till technology gets better? But this is something that you can put in now. It can work with a lot of future systems if you may go and improve your systems throughout the home, correct?
That's right. So you can buy it with the technology built in, and it's very affordable. It's in line with the cost of other garage door openers, albeit on the more premium end, because we have other features like battery backup. We have soft start-stop, so it's a very quiet garage door opener with a very quiet stop. But on all of the other garage door openers on Craftsman on a go-forward basis, the brain will be built in.
Right.
And so if you say, hey, I want to wait and see for a couple of years, or I don't know I'm going to be living at this house this long, you know, so I just want to get a basic garage door opener, you can do that, but you'll have the capability.
Okay, I love it. Now, for our listeners, where can they get more information about this? Is it just craftsman.com?
Go to craftsman.com/AssureLink.
AssureLink, okay. Okay, that's great because, you know, you girls are great at reading things, but us guys, we visually have to see it.
That's true, and we
do.
don't like to read much, unfortunately.
No, we don't. The stats prove that. Now, Court and I recently went over to the Craftsman booth. You got this great garage that's set out, which is normally the car park, and you've got this very sexy-looking black tractor there that I saw last year, and you've got a whole bunch of cool tools in there and rollaways and storage. First of all, the noise-cancelling headphones. Can you tell us a little bit about them? Because I love safety in the workshop.
Sure, we're just coming out with them. They're on a 4-volt platform, which we launched this last year for holiday with other tools, drills, flashlights. But what makes these so special is you put them on your ears and they cancel out the noise. And they cancel it out at an even level. So if you're at a saw table and all of a sudden the wood is going through and you know how the noise accelerates, it still is a steady level of noise. And then it has earphones or microphones attached to it that uniquely sense voice. So pretend, Court, that you're 25 yards away from the house on your tractor mower and your wife says, hey, hun, phone call. You can hear
Sorry,
that.
I know what Court's going to do. He's got to keep driving, but continue.
Yeah, but this time he'll have heard her. In the past, he would not have heard her, so he's choosing to ignore her.
No, that's fantastic because, I mean, it is kind of a concern. I mean, and to be honest, because the other day I was driving one of my tractors and I had to back up, and it turns out my wife has a bunch of animal stuff, and some of them are a little bit older. And it turned out that one of them was behind me. It had moved, and I pay very close attention when I'm moving my tractor because I can crush things. And I had my noise-canceling headphones on, and I was worried, because it turned out, I mean, I came within like 6 inches of crushing this dog, which, you know, like would have been a real disaster in so many ways. And my wife screaming, I wouldn't have been able to hear her and stuff because it was just, and so the fact that she can hear that with these microphones there is fantastic because you really worry in really good noise canceling things. You might want to hear the first little crush of something or whatever because you don't want absolute quiet. I mean, because it's dangerous.
That's bringing safety to a whole new level. Not only is it protecting your ears, because a lot of people in the building game do not think of that. And when I grew up as an apprenticeship, it wasn't cool. You had the goggles on, okay, get away with that. But what do you got those things on your ears for? You're protecting your ears, and now in the, whether you're on a tractor, whether it's civil, whether it's engineering, or whether you're in a carpentry workshop, it's very important because you want that person to still acknowledge what's going on around the workshop.
Yeah, if you have a young child that runs up behind the tractor as you're driving it, you want to hear them say, "Daddy, Daddy."
Yeah.
But there's one other really cool thing about it. Some of us will go out and no one is at home, and you're not expecting to hear a voice, but you'd like to have a little bit of music. And you know, in the past, you'd have to put the earbuds of your, iPhone into, or into your ears, and then you'd have to try to put the Bose, headphones over it.
Which will also blunt your voice reception of
That
going
is
on
correct.
around you.
So we have a little connection to our headphones that can connect to an MP3 player, and you can listen to music very easily.
Wow. Your cell phone or anything.
Yep,
I mean, any
that's
audio
right.
input. You're
Any
good to
audio
go.
input.
Oh, that's very cool.
I love this, and for anyone listening out there, one thing I've always advised when you're doing any sort of project, spend the time to create a workstation. Get your 2 saw stools, get a 4x8 sheet of plywood, a couple of 2x4s under that, and that's where your saw needs to be. That's where you keep your safety protection, and that way you'll wear it. Because let's face it, out there, if you can't find your ear protection or your goggles, you're going to do that cut, and you're not going to use it. And it's that one cut. You get something in the eye, you're going to damage your ears. So keep it. Set up a workstation, and that ear protection, the noise-cancelling headphones, I think are brilliant, and they should be at every workstation. Not only can you use them out of enjoyment, it's safe. You're going to protect your ears.
They only cost $60.
Really?
For that kind of technology, it's just amazing.
And that's the V4 technology, correct?
It's
that's
the V4
power.
technology. It comes with a recharger. It will last years.
Love it. Love it. Chris, thank you so much.
It was
2
my pleasure.
great things to talk about.
Keep them coming. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's great.
And again, don't forget to check out the website, which is craftsman.com. Guys, this is Home Live. Stick with us because there's a lot more cool stuff to talk about coming up.